Hey. Hi, welcome to the Big Questions, episode 4 of our podcast. My name's John Munn, and we're absolutely thrilled to have you join us today. So, hopefully, if you listen to this, you've come across our work, and it's an extension of our other social media outlets and the message that we're putting out there. So the big questions, right? Episode 4, and we've got a big one for this episode, and it is in reply to quite a lot of very, very, very simple, short questions, but big and profound, which are probably the best, cleverest questions of all. But I've been asked to share my take and my insight and my thoughts on spirituality and religion. Now, there's a real clever, provocative, I guess, question. It's a deep question. I was asked to share my thoughts and my insight on spirituality and religion. A big question. It's come up quite a lot, so it's obviously there's something in that dynamic between these two areas that is challenging people, and making people think and making people wonder how, I guess, they integrate these two things into their lives. For me personally, and again, I can only share with you my perspective, and my heartfelt wish and desire, as always, is to offer offense to nobody. I'm not saying my thoughts, my insight are the right way. Certainly not saying the only way, but it is just some wisdom that I've gathered along the way, along the path, the journey of my life. So getting into it, I guess, and again, a couple of markers. This thought for me, it's not one versus the other. It's more an integration of spirituality into our daily lives. I'm not per se a religionist, because for me personally, God, the universe, source, and spirituality encompasses everything, and encompasses all of us, whereas religion can tend to compartmentalize people, and I say that with the utmost reverence to all of the religions of the world. If you have found the foundation of your faith through any particular religion, I honor that. I honor you. What I feel is going on, and what I see going on, is there is a deep and profound and real calling, awakening, if you like, an inner urge where there are just so many of us are just being pulled to ask ourselves, what is this basis of my life? What is life about? What do I want my life to be about? What are the belief systems that I'm going to live my life by? And what's the foundation of my strength and my faith, if you like, and my trust in the universe, and my trust in an all-loving God, and this source of creation that looks after all of us. I do truly believe that there is this thing going on around the world where there's more people, I don't really like the term waking up, but there are more people searching. That's a better word. That there's more people just searching, and they want to know that everything is going to be all right, and they want to know that there is a purpose to this world, because again, we've touched on in a couple of the other podcasts that we're getting bombarded. We literally get bombarded by the media with all of this distraction, and really what spirituality means to me, what my spirituality means to me, that despite all of those outer distractions, I can create a space, both literally inside of me and physically in my home environment, where I surround myself with practices and physical things that remind me who I am, that remind me that I am a soul on a journey. And it's that, if we each fix the micro that is each of us individually, then collectively we improve the macro, we improve the wholeness of everything. That gives you, a real basic grounding on, if you like, my spirituality and how I try to live and do my darndest to live my life in the world. Speaking to religion, and massive point I want to make. I have so much respect for religion. I honor all religions. I just think if people have found their way to their source, to God, through a foundation of organized religion, I think that is beautiful. I really do. It's, for me personally, what I always struggle with religion is how it gets, they're different compartments, and ultimately, to me, there's only one God, and to me it doesn't matter. I'm gonna love you if you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Hindu, you're a Buddhist, whatever it might be. I can look at that and I can honor it, and I can honor you for it. And it speak to me. I want to just talk more to the inclusiveness of all of us. I've always had this thing in my mind of, we're all on a journey, we're all on a path, and if we're moving up, each of us on our path up the mountaintop to the the symbolic mountaintop where God is, where Source is, where we're all on this path to our Creator, and I believe that. But I always had this image in my mind that religion represents different paths up the mountain, but we're all on the same mountain. All these folks are moving on their own path, and God bless them. I mean, God bless them. They're on the path they choose to be on, but they're all jeering at each other that they've got it wrong. Like, the Christians kind of hollering at the Hindu, who's hollering at the Muslim that they're all on the wrong path, without realizing, that all the paths end up in the same place. They all end up in the same mountaintop, and at that mountaintop is God, Source, creation, where he or she is waiting for us to get home. And do you truly think that God cares what path you're on? My term of reference. Do I think God cares that we're on a path? Absolutely. I absolutely believe that God does care, that we are looking to him, we are looking to her, because again, that's a whole other part of religionism. God is genderless. Conditioning, we tend to call God he, and I deliberately call God her, often because it breaks that thought pattern, that age-old tradition that isn't right. But God is just, all God cares about is that you're on the path and you're moving to Him. What path you're on, I believe God doesn't care, and we care. We holler at each other that we've got it wrong. So that's why, for me, religion, I'm just, I guess transcendental where religion is concerned, because I love them. I think they're a beautiful sacred text in every religion, and I just always believed, that if you're a Buddhist, God bless you, be the best Buddhist you can be. If you're a Christian, God bless you, be the best Christian you can be. If you're a Muslim or just be the best Muslim you can be, because that's all that matters. All that truly, and that for me is where my spirituality transcends religion, from the perspective of all the universe, creation, God truly cares about and truly wants is a relationship with each of us individually. And that's what I believe, this thing that we're witnessing in the world right now, where there's this innate calling in each of us, where we've got attendance to organized religion is dropping and lowering all around the world, no matter what the faith. And yet there are more people on the planet today, when asked, do you believe in something bigger than you, greater than what we see? And there's more people than ever say yes, but they don't know what it is. Now, I believe that this is just the universe, God waking up in each of our hearts singularly. And for me, the route to God is through my heart. It's not through my mind. It's not through, mind obviously has an aspect to it, but when we approach divinity and we approach the creator, creation, God, the gateway is the heart, and that's a fundamental part of my work. Your heart is your gateway to the divine. A lot of sacred, what I would call sacred texts from many religions, and they are profound, they are beautiful, they are truth, but I just don't hang with there's only one version, because again, we've talked on the TikToks about, and again, it's a cornerstone of my faith and my foundation. The foundation of my belief system is that there's no new truth. Truth is eternal. Truth has always existed, and truth, spiritual, godly, creation, source truth, transcends all religions. And so it's what there are new different presentations of that same truth, perhaps different, a little bit of what we're doing on these Q&As is offering a different perspective, but we're not claiming authorship of anything. We're just, there is, truth is there, and spirituality teaches you to to touch it and feel it, and if it feels good, pick it up, and if it doesn't, leave it there, because again, a foundation for me is any teaching out there that teaches fear or teaches guilt. I would respectfully suggest you move in the opposite direction. You move away from that, because some of these religious teachings that use that style of messaging, it's old, and it was a message to people at a certain time, but I cannot perceive of a God, of a creative source, of the source of creation of everything, telling us that we need to be guilty. We need to be fearful, be very afraid because I am God. It just doesn't hang together for me, because all there truly is, the one theme that transcends all religion and spirituality is love. Is the message is love. Love is the way to live your life. Love for each other, love for the planet, love for God. That is the route. And I have felt the presence of God in Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. I have felt the presence of God in Westminster Abbey in London. Sacred, holy, religious places. I have felt the presence of God in a Buddhist temple 20,000 feet above sea level in Nepal. I have felt the presence of God in the heart of the Great Pyramid in Egypt. I have felt the presence of God in a mosque in Cairo. Now, there are many, many, many varied themes. One might argue religious themes. And God isn't in one of them and not in one of the others. God is everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And for me personally, I see God every time I sit and ponder a sunset, and I look at a starry sky, and I feel it's my Creator staring back at me when I see the wonder of creation. If we're sat there and we're truly saying in all of these places around the world, God is omnipresent, which means God is everywhere. There's nowhere that God isn't. So this is a great point, a great moment, in our conversation, to put a big exclamation mark that the question was tabled very much in a spirituality versus religion. And I hope through sharing, this insight and my perspective with you, you are really, really getting the message that it's not one versus the other. It truly is one and the other. And to reiterate the point about religionism, and if religion is, a cornerstone or a backbone of your life, I couldn't honor you more. I love you for that. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The spiritual aspect of it is the individual inviting the divine into their life on a very, very, very personal basis, which is what the foundation of my life and my belief system is. So I'd rather, and I would love everybody out there, everybody that's listening to this, no matter what path of faith, if you are in formal religion, I would just ask you to ponder and consider regarding all the other paths, the other religions. There's, to each of you, I would say, there is nowhere where God isn't. If God is in your holy place, God is in every holy place, irrelevant of the label that we've given them as religions. And talking of holy places, there is nowhere on the planet that is more holy than your own heart. And that's the place. Make that place your church or your temple or your synagogue or your mosque. It begins with each of us, one person at a time. A theme of our work is we can make the world a better place, and we can change the world one heart at a time. A theme through all of our work is tools for wellness, where we try to share just insight and practices. What can we offer you to integrate into your life that will enhance your wellness, and practices that are very, very simple and yet profound, can have a profound effect on your wellness, your inner peace, your inner happiness. On this theme of spirituality and what can we do on a daily basis? Surround yourself with symbols of divinity, and by that I mean there's two aspects of this in your everyday life. There is your inner sanctuary, the place within you that you go to every day. I mean, every morning before the day starts, I would recommend where you sit and get into a quiet space and you get into your heart space and you just reflect and ponder and rest is the truth. You just follow your breathing, you meditate. We've talked about meditation as a beautiful, simple tool to enhance well-being. And in this aspect, make a part of your home a physical sanctuary. I mean, around the home, around my home here, I have symbols of divinity everywhere. I mean, you can't look, and they're small and they're subtle. I've got a very, very small altar where I've got a prayer wheel and a Buddha statue, and a crucifix and a candle. And again, I just want to emphasize they are symbols of divinity. I am not saying pray to these things. I'm not saying it's the false idol thing. They're not things I pray to. They are things that remind me when I cast my eyes on them, when I'm just going around my daily business. Oh yeah, just remember the divine. The divine, God, the creator, is in everything. So create a space in your home, whether it's crystals, whether it's candles, whether it's there are many things you can use because different things trigger different things in each of us, trigger different feelings and responses. If something gives you a sense of peace and helps you remember you individually are part of the divine, and the divine isn't complete without you. Beautiful subject. Again, beautiful questions. I hope the perspective and the insight has helped. Again, I cannot say enough how much I love you guys. I respect you. I'm so grateful for the interest you're taking in our work. This is The Big Questions with John Munn, episode 4. Spirituality and religion, over and out for now. I thank you. Check us out, TikTok, johnmunn.com. The website is up and running, and that's it for now. Love you guys. Bye.